toasty in here, but we are packing up. I had a bag all packed up for the trip, but I always want to do one last run through, grabbing the things that we know we need, and actually check them off the list. That's what I do. It feels like one of the worst things to potentially get out there and like not have what you need. So here we are, packing things up, and I just realized, dang it, I forgot pillows in the canvas cutter. So we're gonna unroll that and re-roll that, because that's important. And I prefer for it all to be together. So I will be right back. We are re-rolled. As you can see, that is like some of the biggest bulk in the pack, but it's right at the bottom. That's sleep system. First thing in here, we have the Canvas Cutter Summit, and Lite and Equipment Quilt, Climate Static V sleeping pad, a Gear Doctor pillow, so an inflatable pillow, and then the Thermarest cinch. Yes, I use 2 pillows. I sleep on my side and just always end up with neck cramps and pillows squirting all over and stuff like that. And so that's been what that is what I'm trying this year. Kill kit, and that includes, and I'm not going through all that. I checked all that, and I can remember that all this is here. So outdoor edge bone saw, outdoor edge blades, outdoor edge knife with blade. Now I'll default to Montana Knife Company knife, but if I run into an issue and I'm having a hard time keeping that thing sharp, or just want to start moving really fast, I'll switch to outdoor edge, just kind of as a backup knife. Base camp tarp, meat tarp, a couple pairs of nitrile gloves, our Golly game bags, and it's inside, everything's inside one of the game bags. Black pepper, just in case we run into any bugs when doing meat. Tags. Okay, so tags are actually not in the kill kit. Those go in this handy dandy pouch here at the top of the lid. Some tags that I have, all the tags you put in for in Montana, I do as e-tags, and then any over-the-counter tags are paper. Wallet, I'm gonna toss that in here as well. Shouldn't need it before then. It's a nice little thermometer that I keep. Next, I'll toss in, okay, Tundra Puffy. I'm just filling in the space here around the canvas cutter. And I had this, toss this in here on this side, just an extra stuff sack slash, I don't know that it's dry bag, but it is a dry enough bag. A grid fleece, just Condor from Amazon, 25 bucks on that. Let's stuff this down there. Extra pair of socks, extra pair of underwear. Those are my only extras. Medical kit. So real fast, let's back up. Clothing, that would be all of my clothing. Extra pair of socks, beanie. This is just in case. In fact, let me switch this. It's a good chance the socks will migrate to, I'm actually gonna go ahead and do that. Socks are something that I will definitely change every day, if not even sooner. If I start to feel like it's getting, if it's getting warm out, and my feet are starting to sweat, I will go ahead and do that. Beanie's actually gonna go to the very bottom. That's a just in case it gets really cold. Okay. Shove the puppy down. Okay. First aid kit. Only thing that's not in here right now is Leukotape. Let me go grab that. Okay. Leukotape. Just wrapped around this little Sharpie that I got. As part of my medical kit. This came in a kit, this predominantly, I should say, came in a kit from, I believe it's My Medic. One of the like pre-packaged kits. And came in a kit from them, and then I took it out and put it into this base camp, the stuff sack that the base camp tarp came in. I liked it because it was orange, and so it's like outside of the paracord, it's like the only other orange thing in my pack for these hunts, and it always stays on the right hand side of the pack, about midway. While we're here, book for, in case we shouldn't get any weather. We should be all set, but it's kind of just in case. On that same side, on that same side, I'm going to put those extra straps and this extra cordage. Double check what's in here because one of these things, okay, cool. So fuel canister, lighter, and then my MSR pocket rocket, I believe. Let me stop checking things off. So let's catch what we have put in here. Black Ovis beanie, bunch of our medical stuff, hunt hands, cat tourniquet, emergency whistle, antiseptic towelette, sterile gauze, pad, trauma bandage, chest seal, hemostatic granules, combine pad, band-aids, eye drops. Are eye drops in there? Eye drops should be in, hold on, we'll pause on the eye drops. Mini Sharpie, aqua tabs, and let's add Leukotape. We also grabbed one of the Bic lighters, paracord, and the Lost and Glow wire cooking stuff. So we got the, it's a Jetboil Minimo, fuel canister, Go Hunt titanium pot. We have our insulated thermos, Sawyer squeeze, backflesh syringe, hose, squeeze cap, and then a cutoff bag for filling. Is this where I want that? While we're paused and thinking about that. These are just some extra headphones. You're gonna go in that pocket here in the front lid with the socks. So Sawyer squeeze. I think we're gonna pause. We're not gonna put that in just yet. This is like what I call my possibles kit. And so in here, this is the one thing that I think is worth rechecking. This can be taken out. This is a CR123. We don't have anything that takes a CR123 anymore. So what do we have in here? We have USB to Lightning, watch cable because Apple Watch. USB to USB-C, USB to micro USB. It's kind of a 2-in-1 cable. Go Hunt Spork. There was one in the medical kit as well, but an extra like one-time use super glue. Backup lighter. Some backup calls. I also have other calls that will be in the truck. What battery does the Zulu take? 1AA. So we need to go get that. And then we have AAA for headlamp, backup headlamp. So we basically have 3 headlamp backups. AAA is rechargeable in this backup headlamp, which also takes AAAs. Extra wind checker. I don't actually have this on my list, but like this is like a patch kit for the pad, or technically I guess the pillow, but I wouldn't use it on the pillow. Just use it on the pad. Backup release. Backup headlamp. We actually also have a couple other wires that will come up in another kit. I need Allen wrenches for that. Let me go get those 2 things and I'll be right back. So we have our Allen wrench set. Now it's a full set and I'm not, like I probably should remove the case, put them in a bag and stuff like that. But, you know, it's one of those things that it keeps it all together. All right, this is probably gonna be pretty painful. Let's weigh these real fast. 5 3/4 ounces. That big one is needed. That's the only one that can handle the limb bolts. 3/4 ounces. Okay. D-loop material. I forgot about this. Throw that on there too. That weighs nothing actually. So while we are here, while we're at this point in the pack, so I'm gonna take these. These are the ones from last year. Probably still good. They can go in kids' toys. Throw these in here. Throw that in there. And let me go grab an extra bag. Chapstick is like super important for me. And so I have like a little backup tube here that is like 0.36 ounces. That's the Hospitals kit. Actually, one other thing that I throw in here, this is the Work Sharp knife sharpener. I could keep this with kill kit. I kind of just tend to know this is where it lives in this bag, and with my possible stuff. That kind of allows me to pull it out as needed. This is going to be the first year I'm using one of these Goal Zero solar charger, primarily because of all the camera equipment. I think I could probably handle power. I don't know. We'll see. I think I could probably handle power on my, without, but a lot of things to charge, it feels like. So that goes in there. This contraption on the front of like 2 straps is kind of my thought for sticking it there and kind of having something charging basically throughout the day. Because it's not like I'm going to be stationary all that much, but that's at least not the plan. Water stuff. Actually, no. Hold on. So this is food. Right now, we're going to take out one day. I might go through that on another video. We're going to take out one day though food and put that in here. And as of right now, the reason I have it in this pack or in this dry sack is to like kind of just have it separate. It's by far the largest amount of weight in the pack. I can tell you right now, each bag is 2.5 pounds, 92 calories per ounce, which is a little low actually. My goal was to hit 120, so it's basically 13 pounds of food. So right now we're gonna pack one day. We'll keep this in the truck. I might, if I think I'm gonna go out for multiple days, I might stick, pull out 2 bags and stick, those 2 bags in. Battery bank. This battery bank is one of my backups. This bag of food here at the top. We're getting to the point where we are kind of just catching the last few things. So we will put this at the top. Deodorant. You've noticed I kind of have done all of these, probably won't need them more than once a day. Probably will be opening the pack to get to them. Right there, kind of in this front pocket here. That's kind of what that pocket is. And we're also gonna do baby wipes. Yes, I do baby wipes. I prefer to be cleaner. So that is everything here. One thing that's cool about the Initial Ascent, actually I sent an a message to Dennis from Initial Ascent earlier this week and was like, dude, I cannot figure out for the life of me what these are for, these straps. And he sent me to the video. It basically was like, I was hooking this up this way, which is fine, but so much cooler to be able to come down this and hook them up in this manner. I think that feature is fire. Just allows it to get like even tighter. Brilliant feature, brilliant. All right, things in the lid. I don't plan on having lots of things in the lid. Gloves. This is the Enchantress. That is the only reason why I'm taking this massive bugle. If I really start getting frustrated by it, I will switch to the Renegade. But main headlamp is actually going to go into that pocket right here because likely will be camera equipment. Okay, hold on. This is why we have a checklist. For water, right here in the water hydration section, I have a 2 liter and a 4 liter. 2 liter and 4 liter. And as for our bag, the 4 liter will be dirty bag, 2 liter will be clean. And yeah, those are there for water. As well as 48 ounce Nalgene. I'm actually gonna go fill this up right now. And this is, I know we're kind of all over the place. Power, but we're packing. This is not a gear list, so I'm not nice and categorized. In the front here, I do have one of the glassing pads. That's where that's gonna stay. So we have that. Petzl Active Core, Petzl Tika headlamp, that's my backup. Trekking poles. Ooh. We'll get to that. All right, one thing I realized we also forgot filming stuff. So Mechanics Fast Fit gloves, those are the gloves that went in here. Those are my preferred gloves. Sunglasses, these aren't actually in here now that I think about it. 2.75, all right, there we are. 48 ounce water. Now, so I would like to use this, honestly, but I just found that it doesn't hold that super well. Whereas this pocket seemed to do better in some of the hikes that I've been doing. So on the top of that, that's an analogy. And on the top is hard side hydration. So I'll have clean water in there, and then I will have powders in this. Also clean water, hopefully, but powders and stuff like that. Here in the hip pouch or hip belt. One thing, the Initial Ascent hip water carrier, it does technically fit an Nalgene. Between the placement and like where it is on the pack, like it is a tight fit, and it's really hard to get in, like reach back and get in for me at least. So maybe I need more flexibility. It goes flying. So I'm instead going with a water bottle there. So 24 ounces instead of the 32. But then I have 48 there, and then you can carry some. So filming, we have a waterproof case and Brave 4 camera here, head strap, backup batteries, SD card reader, lab mics, some backup SD cards. So that's what's in here. That needs to go in the main compartment. The other thing I realized is not on here is what is on my feet at this very moment. Crocs. These are nice to have. And if we need to cross any water or anything like that, I have definitely potential for being used. sure, they don't take up a lot of space, but I would rather have them in the bag. Or they don't like you could attach them. I hate stuff hanging off the bag. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe I could get pack this even more efficiently. But I don't know. Here we go. Tripod. This is one of the heaviest things in my pack. I am very tempted to leave it, but it's an extremely handy option for filming. Like, that is the reason why it's on here, is more so for options to put that GoPro on rather than like actually anything related to the hunt. So that is what it is. So this is my secondary trekking pole. That is predominantly for when we get an animal down. With that configuration, though, everything's holding relatively well. There we are, fully packed. I bet you, that's 48 ounces of water in there, all the food. I bet you that's close to 55 pounds right now. Our numbers say that this is 53 pounds is what that would likely come out to. Yeah, so like I said, 55 pounds. Total weight with food is 49.35 pounds. Total carried weight without food is 36.56. That's with everything. 3 pounds and 3.5 pounds in the tripod. That'll be a fast way to ditch it. Obviously the food is a fast way. Cutting down, deciding to come back to the truck here and there will be a fast way to cut that down. And now, so we can check it off our list, start from the feet. Farm to feet socks. That's what we will be wearing when we go out. Salewa Mountain Trainer Lite. Oh, geez. That's a long name. Salewa Mountain Trainer Lite Mid 2s, I believe is what it is. Vortex. Anyway, those are the shoes that I wear pretty much all the time. T-Rex Arms belt. It's just a Velcro belt. I wear, I guess I'm kind of going out of order here. I wear pistol on the side, 9mm, Glock 9mm, on the hip, and so I need a belt that isn't gonna be stupid and stretch. Adidas, do I have the name? I don't know. There's a Performance or something like that. Frontier Lite 2s. Born Perimeter Frontier Lite 2s. These are the pants of choice. I will have a backup pair in the truck of the ones. Watch for their 70% off sales. Highly recommend. Black Ovis Realm Tech. That's what I'll start off with, and then the Go Hunt Approach hoodie over that. These are kind of all like, I can take this off and just go with a t-shirt. If the bugs are really bad and that's really annoying, I'll take the t-shirt off and just run this. All my training has been with 2 of them. And then also I have a Sunslayer hoodie. I really like the Sunslayers other than their like hemline. It's just too short. And so Sunslayer hoodies will be in the truck, or one Sunslayer hoodie will be in the truck. If need be. One thing back on the Black Ovis, back on the Born Perimeter. Twice a year, they run like a huge warehouse sale for 70% off. That's when I get these pants. Okay. Sunslayer is my backup. And if I end up feeling like the material's just kind of different. If I end up feeling like this is too hot and clammy, I'll end up switching to that. And might be done with the approach hoodies. They're really nice for winter. Marsupial Gear vinyl harness with the small pouch and the rangefinder pouch and the bear spray holder. Obviously we have bear spray in here. My personal opinion is to have both options on me. I already mentioned what I will have on my hip. The SIG Zulu 6 binos with the MagView system for my phone. That's all that's in here. These are the 12 by 40s, 12 by 42s. So this is the older version, last year's version. Vortex Crossfire 1400 rangefinder. I would love to get one of the new ones that will, particularly one of the SIGs, I think that allow you to drop a pin, or I hope that Vortex comes out with something like that. Calls, Slayer, man, it's their red and their pink. The Minor and the Isabella is what I believe that is. The red and the pink, those are my go-to. Red for bugles, pink for calf calls. Wind checker, we have a backup in our Possibles kit. Eye drops and glass cleaner. I hate stuff hanging, so these are in pockets. In the back, we'll go the Montana Knife Company Stoned Goat. This is what I carry every day. And it goes with me into the mountains right now. A Leatherman skeletal. And that will be, as of right now, that's the only thing that's going to be in here. I hate things in my pockets, so likely some things will end up in there and some things will end up in the other pouch. Zoleo. This is how I stay in touch with ones back at home. Kind of important, but last but not least, bow with the Carter Wise choice, using the Advanced Outdoor Technologies holder. Broadheads, 3 Grim Reapers, 2 Evolution Outdoors, 1 field point. Possibly we'll change out the field point at the truck. That is it. That is everything. Hopefully that was somewhat interesting as I kind of just pack up and think through how I'm packing up. If you have any comments or questions or ideas, would love to hear them. Certain things we'll definitely look to upgrade as time goes on, to better, lighter. But there we are. Thank you so much for watching, and like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate any interaction with the videos. See you later.